All right, you want to talk about Sakamoto Days?
I didn't watch it, and I thought you didn't either.
You didn't watch either of the 2 new episodes?
No.
You didn't watch the Pisuke episode?
I don't know what Pisuke is.
The best episode. Okay,
Is
that is kind of crazy. Last week's episode is Sakamoto Days' best episode by a Texas mile.
Wow, why?
Yeah. So they introduced my favorite character in the entirety of like the manga and all of that. So it's his name's Heisuke? Heisuke. His name is Heisuke. He's like kind of like a mix of Gon and Denji. Like he's just like a lovable idiot who has a bird companion. And his whole thing is that like he's bad at all facets of being an assassin, outside of the fact that he's a money sniper. And so he's got this gun that he like. He looks like Gon, but he like acts like Denji minus the sex. And so his entire thing is that he's just fucking cash at sniping. And so he uses ricochet bullets, and he's got one of the most interesting and compelling kits in all of Sakamoto Days. Like he's just like fun to interact with. And so like I understand that like maybe that's why we were rushing in the early parts of Sakamoto Days, so we could get as many of these characters introduced as possible. But now that Heisuke is here, I'm so fucking happy because I love him. There's literally a moment where, like, Taro gets part of his hand blown clean off by a fucking bullet that was meant for his dome.
Yeah, he really does look like Gon. And I'm looking at the bit where he loses, like, a chunk of his hand. Yeah, he looks sick.
So, I mean, I guess we won't talk about Sakamoto Days this week. But yeah, no, so Sakamoto Days has been very good. I've been very fucking happy with it.
Wow, big 180. How big of a 180, though? Like, how...
Listen. Are we going to sit here and act like I haven't actually been defending Sakamoto? Like, listen, just because I'm not, like, championing in the street for a fucking anime doesn't mean I don't like it. I've said multiple times that Sakamoto Days is like an 8 out of 10. The episode with Heisuke and Pisuke is like, it's like an 8, 9, you know, it's like a good, fun episode. But I'm not saying like, oh, Sakamoto Days is like now the best anime ever. I'm just saying like, oh, this is the best episode thus far. And like, I'm not just like, I never said that I didn't like Sakamoto Days. I've seen every single episode except for the one this week because I've been busy. But like, and I'm gonna see every single episode. Is it as good as Soul Leveling? No. Is it as good as Invincible? No. And so like, I'm not gonna talk about it in the same regard as those two.
All right. First off, relax. I'm not our TikTok comment section. I'm not on your ass about it. I want to, when you brought up Invincible and Soul Leveling, I do want to amend. Invincible is 100% the best thing we're watching right now. I don't know why I even hesitated. But,
yeah.
I think Fire Force is...
I think it's better than Soul Leveling.
I do too.
Fire Force is April, which is real soon, dog. It's real soon. I'm so fucking excited for Fire Force. Holy shit.
I'm also excited.
All right, let's get to the... Speaking of Fire Force and release, let's get to the news section of today's episode because we have a ton of news to talk about. You want to open up with the ATLA news because I have a feeling that you understand it better than I do, Mr. Avatar.
So, here's the thing. We've always known 2025 was going to be the year Avatar comes back hard because we've known, I forget what the movie lineup was, but we're supposed to get a movie this year too. I don't even know what movie schedule, but like
we're gonna get the adults original core movie, right? Where it's like them in like their late 20s. It's Toph, it's Sokka and Katara and Aang in like their late 20s, and Aang's doing his Avatar shit and all that. It's like the foundation of setting the foundation for what later becomes, Legend of Korra.
So we're getting, we're getting adult, you called him Sokka, and you're gonna get flamed for that, but, we're getting adult...
I call him Sokka all the time, and everyone's like, it's Sokka. I fucking forget, alright? He's an irrelevant character.
I can't be in this podcast with you this week. I need this half of the screen to be blacked out. I can't be associated with you.
Go ahead.
These are insane.
Go ahead right
takes.
now from the top. Take the four main characters of ATLA. Yeah, actually, 5. Include Zuko. Rank them in terms of relevancy for me.
All right. You're not going to like this. Aang. Zuko.
Yeah, fair.
Katara, Sokka, Toph.
Toph, the creator of metal bending, which completely reinvented how policing effect was gonna be initiated for the next 100 or so years.
Relevant
Toph,
how?
the greatest earthbender of all time.
What it define relevant? Relevant to what?
Relevant to the universe building of ATLA, relevant to the actual story of ATLA. We're talking about Toph Beifong. We're talking about the Toph Beifong, the mother of the head of police in the Legend of Korra. We're talking about Toph Beifong, the person who metal bended a suit around them and took her down an entire fire bending balloon airship by herself. That Toph Beifong.
That Toph Beifong would have literally died in that instance if not for Sokka. She was getting thrown off the blimp, and then Sokka grabbed her. She can't see nothing on there.
Oh, cool. Oh, so fucking Boomerang Boy was able to catch the girl who was dismantling an entire fucking warship by herself?
Sokka's
And you're saying Sokka. You're saying Sokka is more relevant than Toph.
You calling Sokka an irrelevant character is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous.
The most relevant thing that Sokka ever does is fucking watch his girlfriend, the moon, die.
Look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'll never lie to you. You're making a lot of great points. You're making a very valid argument, but I just will not be caught dead on the internet saying Sokka is an irrelevant character. I won't be associated with you in
Sokka's
these takes.
not an irrelevant character, but in the grand scheme of the 5 main characters of ATLA, he is the least relevant. Sokka and Appa have a similar story footprint.
You know what the worst
ATLA.
part is? You know what the worst part is? I think Appa probably has more because they wouldn't have been able to accomplish any of it without him. Because he is such an integral ride.
There's an entire arc where sand bending is introduced because Appa gets stolen. If Sokka got stolen, I don't think they'd go look.
It is tough because if you saying that Appa's more relevant is not inaccurate, because I don't know if they'd have evaded the Fire Nation for as long as they did without such a killer ride.
If that ice cube that Aang fell into wasn't big enough for his only left flying bison, not only would the world have looked massively different for the continuance of the air nomad tribe in a post-Aang world, but also, they would have just got his ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it goes Aang, Zuko, Katara, Appa, Toph, Sokka,
Momo, that I can live with. Momo has less of a story impact than Sokka. That I can absolutely live with.
I don't like this. This is my least favorite.
I'm feeling spicy today, dude.
This is
People
my
are telling me to
least
kill
favorite
myself over a
episode.
back tattoo.
It's my least favorite episode.
People are telling me to
of the
kill
pod.
myself over a fucking back tattoo that I got from a friend. So I'm playing with house money right now.
I guess so. But anyway, so Avatar, this year, we're getting a new Avatar The Last Airbender series that takes place after Korra, and a lot of people have been memeing about it. Have you seen why?
Yeah, because everyone has been defending Korra staunchly as, definitely not the worst Avatar we've ever interacted with, and now it's been proven that she is the worst Not only did she sever the connection to the previous fucking Avatar, she also led the world into a goddamn cataclysm.
Yeah, it's it takes place in a post-apocalypse because of Korra, and everyone hates the Avatar.
Yeah.
I just love the absolute gall on the creators to have this, because they could have, if they were more cowardly, they could have just ignored Korra for the rest of time, knowing that there's such backlash and heat, because even Korra defenders are the character's good, and some seasons are good, but the whole show is a mess. Seasons 2 and 4 are awful. Yeah. So there's no real, Korra's my favorite show, people. I love Season 1. I think Season 1's a masterpiece, and Season 3 is awesome. But props to the creators. through and through, anytime they do Avatar stuff, anytime they release, like, an Aang era comic, they release a Korra era comic. They're like, no, like, Korra's in the canon, she matters, we're doing an Avatar after her. That's cool, that's respectable. It's wild for them to take the least loved by the fans Avatar, who's constantly getting shit thrown at her, and be like, oh, also, she fucking ruined the planet for the next guy. That's so funny.
You know who would never get caught lacking like that, Danny? Get caught lacking like that fucking dingus imbecile Korra?
Who?
Roku. Young Chen. Aang. I got fucking numbers.
Yang Chen? You call her Young Chen?
I think I called her Young Chen. I think I called her I think I made her sound like a fucking Chinese rapper.
I will say though, this will be a good TikTok actually, I'm realizing. I don't think Korra's the worst Avatar. I think it's still Kuruk, who died at age 33 because he was such a dumbass.
He died at age 33 of kind of being a dick and also maybe an alcoholic. It was everyone was kind of there was a collective sigh when he died. It was oh my god. Nobody in the history of avatars, he's the least avatar-like.
Yeah.
And everyone was kind of happy. He dies heroically. He turns his life around towards the end. But yeah, everyone fucking hated him.
So I always thought he died of a broken heart because his wife gets her face stolen. By Ko, the face stealer. Allegedly, he died of spiritual sickness. He spent his last years trying to save his wife, but failed, and eventually died of spiritual sickness after so many battles against dark spirits took a toll on him. But yeah, he dies at 33. You know when Kyoshi died? Take a guess at how old Kyoshi was when she died.
She was 270, right?
Yeah, she was 230 years old.
Oh, that's, you know what? For somebody who hasn't read the Kyoshi books in a decade, I'm pretty happy with that answer.
Dude, to die at 33? What a buffoon. What a doofus.
First off, Kyoshi lived through 3 lifetimes, and in every lifetime she had a very different stance on murder. In the first lifetime, she was did you steal toilet paper? Because I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
And then she was like, you know what? I'm going to split off this island and just push it away from everybody else because I'm done murdering. And then towards the end of her life, she was like, I don't know. Yeah. I could murder again, honestly.
Now she's like, I killed and I'd do it again. I'm glad I did it. I love doing it. Call me Hawks because I love killing.
Call me D Hawk Grayman because I'm gonna kill twice. All right, I'm gonna kill more than twice.
But it's also funny because it's you just can't even compare to Aang now because it's oh, well, Aang messed up. And it's yeah, but Aang also, served her a utopia on a silver platter. Aang unified the elements in a time. Aang unified the elements so much that there was a racism arc in Korra, and it was the non-benders against the benders. That's how unified Aang made the benders after one nation subjugated and almost massacred all the other nations. So it's tough. Yeah. It's a tough comparison.
And not to mention also nurtured the air nomadic tribe back to life, basically. Yeah. It was just not only did he accomplish he was able to spirit bend fucking Fire Lord Ozai's powers away from him, something that I don't know if we've ever actually seen any other Avatar spirit bend. I'm trying to think right now if we have.
Maybe in a book. I don't think, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm wondering if Korra
I don't remember particularly.
Korra loses her bending at one point. And I wonder if spirit.
Yeah, and then she severs the connection to all past avatars. She's a bad Avatar. She's not the worst Avatar by any means, but she's a bad fucking Avatar. And now she's gotten even worse. So it is a bad day to be a Korra defender.
Yeah, that's fair. But anyway, so we got that. The show's coming out. There are leaked images. People don't really like people talking about leaked images, so I think I'll save it from here. Or I'll wait until they're officially revealed. But we'll see how the art style looks and stuff. I'm hyped. I'm excited. The other movies we're getting are... So it's going to be the show this year, and then we're going to get adult Avatar Aang, and then we're going to get a Zuko standalone movie where he's, like, looking for his mom, and then we're going to get a Kyoshi standalone movie where she's looking for Zuko's mom.
And then, so we actually I saw that Dante Bosco was the person, like, announcing everything. Do we know if the original cast is coming back for the adult movies?
I don't know. I assume they'll bring back Dante. They love Dante. He's doing the podcast. That's what I was talking about earlier when you were like, oh, some big news for our friends. Anytime a new Avatar thing comes out, I'll ask Michaela, who voiced Toph, and I'm like, oh, sick, new Avatar video game coming out. Like, what's that like? And she's like, I don't know. They haven't called me. And I'm like, okay, that's tough. So
that is fucking just, I don't know, I'm not 12 anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, God damn it.
So yeah, I don't know.
Because I'd heard that, like, really, like, the only person, I asked Dante, I was like, I heard you're the only person coming back from the original voice cast, because, like, obviously he's Asian, and the person that he voices is Asian, and he was like, no, I haven't heard that. That was a fake leak. And I was like, okay, cool. So I don't even know if he's fucking going back.
Yeah, I have
but outside of ATLA news, there's...
I was gonna say, I have to assume that, like, they'll bring him back for Zuko, at least.
Yeah, probably. I'd hope so. He's just got such a fucking iconic voice. He also just had a kid, so we got to keep food on that table.
Oh, crazy.
Outside of ATLA, there was also Bocchi the Rock news, which is that season 2 is coming. Season 2 of Bocchi the Rock has been confirmed, and I'm very goddamn excited about it. It's one of the most popular anime of all time, Dan. The fact that you don't like it is insane.
I can't believe... What are they going to do in season 2? She got over her fears. She did the band.
I'd go on a goddamn world tour, Dan. That's what they're gonna do. It's not like she's like stoked about being in public. She still needs to make like friends.
I guess so. She has her band. That's the friends.
She's right. She does have her band, and she does already have friends. I want her to make more friends. I just want to spend time with Bocchi, Dan, because I like cute girls doing cute things. It's a genre I didn't thought I would ever appreciate, but as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate it much more. Outside of that, there's also a Hatsune Miku movie coming.
Wait, that's crazy. That's crazy for a few reasons.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
No, I think Daniel was telling me that cute girls doing cute things is like literally the name of an anime genre.
Yeah, no, I was telling you this.
Were you? That's so funny.
Because it's Licorice, we were talking about Licorice Recoil.
Yeah,
we were talking about Licorice Recoil, and like Licorice Recoil is a cute girls doing cute thing, and I was like, oh, like I apparently appreciate this genre.
And it's just wholesome. Hatsune Miku. It's crazy she's getting a show, but also crazy it's taken this long. Because isn't she like a gigantic phenomenon?
She is, but also I want you to explain to me what you believe Hatsune Miku is.
She's like does a dance, right? She's like a 3D animated. She's like Gorillaz, the band. She's like a 3D animated girl who puts on concerts. She's like a VTuber if they put on concerts.
Okay. So, do you think Hatsune Miku is a person?
I did.
So, do you think Hatsune Miku is a VTuber? Like, there's a person behind the face of Hatsune Miku?
Yeah.
Nope. Hatsune Miku is a software.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? Hatsune
Miku is what is known in Japan as a Vocaloid. She is a software package that basically you can type, kind of like AI, not AI, but like you can like make people, like Hatsune Miku does not make her own music. Other people write music and plug it into the Hatsune Miku Vocaloid, and then that Vocaloid sings that music for them. So whenever you see Hatsune Miku performing, that might be getting mapped out by somebody, but like her art, obviously, she's got the fucking blue hair, all of that. Like everyone knows what Hatsune Miku looks like. That is a concept that is owned by the Vocaloid company, and then they just animate her into a big holographic so that she can perform on screen. But Hatsune Miku doesn't actually exist. She's a software.
This is the most Japanese thing I've ever encountered. Why is this popular? Like, why? This isn't a thing. This is not even an idea.
First off, yes, it is. And here's the crazy part. She is not the only Vocaloid. Vocaloid music is an entire genre of music in Japan. She just happens to be the most popular one.
So where's the music come from? Like, who's making the music?
either the company that owns the Vocaloids or Hatsune Miku will just play songs that already exist. Like she'll like play like Fiend. She'll play like a bunch of other like you can plug a song into Hatsune Miku and she'll sing it. That or a lot of fans write songs for Hatsune Miku.
That's so wild. Does she have like a lore? Like, does she have a lore and personality? But she will. She's getting an anime.
That is a great question. Well, she's getting a movie, but yeah, I actually don't know if I have an answer for that. I don't know if she does have lore, but I think so. The reason they're doing big Hatsune Miku rollout right now. Like they just added her into Fortnite and a couple of other things. So it's been a big couple of years for Hatsune Miku, which is why she's getting this movie now. Mm. But yeah,
she has no lore.
So it's she's just a Vocaloid. Like people just like give her the Lloyd. Like so like. People use her in like VTuber chat, like rooms and all of that, and like she performs and all of that. I mean, she's got her like Miku beam and shit. But yeah, I don't think she's got lore, but she's about to get lore from the movie.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy. But still, it's crazy it's taken this long. Because she's been huge for so long.
I mean, yeah, but like you didn't know Vocaloid music existed, so like even anime consumers don't understand like Vocaloidism.
Yeah, that's fair. Wow. Big news.
I very non-ironically listen to Vocaloid music.
Yeah. That's crazy to like...
I fucking adore it. I
was gonna say, that's crazy to like... I don't know. There must be some artist who's like... just not getting credit for music because it's getting devoured by Hatsune Miku. It's like ghostwriting for her.
I mean... Kind of, yeah. I mean, but then again, you could say that about like basically every artist who doesn't write their own music, right?
Yeah, that's entirely true. That's most artists. You're right.
Exactly. So it's just like it's just kind of that, but like now instead of like some guy like making a check on it, it's the people who own the Vocaloid company. Yeah. Hatsune Miku's sick and she's getting a movie. My other piece of news is I don't know if we talked about this our last episode, but Devil May Cry's anime is coming out April 3rd.
Oh wow, really soon.
Like in a week.
Were you gonna say Devilman Crybaby? Or Devil May Crybaby?
I was gonna say Devilman Crybaby. They're too close. Yeah. They're simply too close.
I'm excited. We found out recently that the OP is gonna be like Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. Or no, Rollin', I think, by Limp Bizkit. That's awesome. That's just incredible. And
Fred Durst has a contract that states every single time that his music is used in any IP, he has to be featured in the IP. So Fred Durst will be in the Devil May Cry anime.
Make him Dante. Just give it to him. Give him the lead role.
Make him Dante. If Dante and it was just like actually Fred Durst, but like animified. That'd be like I want like 55-year-old Fred Durst too. That'd be awesome. The fact that we had of Fred Durst in our most recent, when we went to Anime Impulse and a Fred Durst cosplayer came up and joined us for Beyblade and just was in character the entire time. One of my favorite aspects of that entire video.
Yeah.
Is that all the news that we have?
It's all the news that we have.
Cool. All right, guys. Since obviously nobody's watching us live here, we can't do our love letters. But me and Danny appreciate you guys. Unfortunately, we'll probably have one more Riverside pod before I'm back. I'm going to Korea for a couple days, and then I'm going to China to say what's good to Dorothy's dead grandfather, pay a little respects, ask her parents if I can marry Dorothy, kind of thing. So big family trip for Nick coming up here. But yeah, so probably have one more Riverside pod. Apologies, but I will be back March 9th. And so post then, I'm home for the next couple of months. So me and Danny can kiss, and Dorothy's going to be gone for 2 months, which means I'm going to be cutting and working out and boxing and getting into shape for our boxing match, which is coming up in July. Finally? What do you mean fucking
finally? You're going to start losing weight? It's been so hard for me to gain weight. I just haven't been doing it. I haven't been able to gain any weight yet. I'm just turning fat into muscle right now. I could literally start cutting a month before our fight and make it to 155 pretty easily. Get lower. I need the help. It's harder for me to gain it.
I can't exist at 145. Like I would have to lose like 30% of my muscle mass to get to 145. 155 is cutting it. I'm at like 4% body fat at 155.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna knock that fat off of you.
Wow. All right, guys, but we love you so much, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.